And so one conclusion that I have drawn is that there is a spiritual attack happening. And those of you who are awakened, those of you who are watching this and listening to this podcast, chances are you're already awakened. There is a spiritual war happening. But one thing that we can all agree on in the spiritual community is that there is an agenda to keep us asleep. Welcome everyone to the Uncaged Mindset Podcast. I am your host, Charles Chudabala, and today I'm welcoming all you starseeds and lightworkers to a special video, special podcast episode, I should say, where I am just going to talk freely about fear, about the energy shifts that are happening right now in the world for everyone. And you as a starseed and or lightworker might really be feeling it right now. So we're going to get into that. I'm going to give you all of my thoughts. This is an unedited video. If I mess up, I mess up. I just have this wave of inspiration to speak freely right now, and that is because I have been working on opening my throat chakra a lot more and just doing a lot more focus on that. But before we get into it, everyone, please take a moment and subscribe to this channel, Uncaged Mindset. It really helps our community of light grow, to get more truth out there to the masses, to everyone else. And if you find this video useful, subscribe. Consider becoming a member of the Uncaged Mindset community. We have a lot more things coming this year, and I'm so excited to roll them out. And of course, with this podcast that is ongoing. Okay, let's get into it. I have to confess, which is such a such a Catholic thing to say. I was raised Catholic, and so I realized that even in my language, by the way, that is not a dig at anyone who is Catholic. I was just noticing my language, noticing that I just said I must confess. But in the spirit of confessing, let me share with you my observation that I took a couple of weeks off from posting on YouTube. I had episodes that were edited, really amazing interviews that have been that are ready to go, and I just have had some delays in posting these podcast episodes. I've had delays in posting new content on my channel and on my social media, and the reason that I give myself that I am aware of is that I have been fatigued. I've been very tired. Okay, that is the story that I'm giving. That is what I'm saying to people when they ask me, what's up with your channel? What's up with Uncaged Mindset? I say, I've just been so tired lately. Or this other project has been taking a lot of my time and energy. Many of you don't know this. I have not shared this much on my channel, but I am also an actor. And I got into it a little bit during the Kristen West interview, which is such a great interview. She is an accomplished pyromancer and clairvoyant, oracle and tarot reader host. Please check out that video. I'll leave a link in the description below, or maybe it can crawl on top somewhere. Kristen West, good friend of mine, and an amazing episode that we did on shadow work. So if you're interested in shadow work, please check that video out. But yeah, I know her through the industry. And so as acting work has been busier for me right now, a lot of my energy is being devoted to that. And so it is this constant wheel of balance. But with that being said, it's always a balance. It's always a balance. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. I have been dealing with this my entire life. And so many of us, I feel, are just getting better at the balance, but I don't know if we ever perfect that balance. We just do our best to balance the pie chart. And I notice that if something is taking a bigger piece of my pie chart, it just happens to be at that time where my energy is allocated. This is different. This felt different. Okay? We're going to go deep in this episode. because I'm going to start by talking about this fatigue that I have been feeling. And it's been an immense fatigue, followed by headaches, feeling as though I could sleep all day, and that if I did sleep all day, it wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be enough to replenish me. Like I would still be thirsting for more sleep. I would still be craving more sleep, as though my body has just shut down in a way that there's no amount of water, no amount of sustenance to regain that energy. All right, so I've been, and I noticed, I've been reading up on the energy readings. The energy readings that are the energy shifts that are happening on the planet right now are crazy, for lack of a better word, crazy, are insane, are astronomical. Shifts that we have not experienced in decades. Okay, now I am not an energy expert. I'm sharing with you energy readings that have been passed along to me, that I've come across by energy experts. I mean, think about it. We're experiencing aurora borealises right now. I believe in Missouri. Please comment below if I'm correct on that. But I believe it's in Missouri, which, correct me if I'm wrong, aurora borealises are reserved for a certain parts of the United States, such as like where the northern lights are, by Alaska, and there is a gigantic hole in the sun right now as well. So there are energy shifts happening right now that are affecting everyone, but especially if you are a starseed, especially if you are a light worker, if you are a sensitive to these energies, if you are an energy worker, chances are you are feeling these energies, these heavy, intense energies right now, and they are affecting you immensely. Okay, which is why it's so important to drink a lot of water right now. It's so important to make sure that your vessel is cleansed and cleared right now. I use the violet flame. I do a lot of cosmic columns of protection, but I run the violet flame through my auric field and my energy body daily, because it not only helps to balance out these erratic energies, these unstable energies, which I'm using that word unstable. I'm sure that there are energy experts who might say it's not good or bad, it simply is, but it is an unstable energy for me as a starseed and light worker that I've just been constantly, I don't know if you've been feeling it too, just trying to find your footing, just trying to find your balance. It's just constant hamster wheel chase. And please, I hope this is making sense to some of you. And comment below if you can relate to this, if you have been feeling it. And comment below also if you have been, some of you are channeling, are galactic channelers. Please share your messages below. Better yet, contact me to come on my podcast and share your knowledge, share your galactic information with all of us here on Uncaged Mindset in this community. So I want to go back to this fatigue, right? Because there's a reason I am doing this episode today, because I was hit with a bullet train of insight. I was hit with a cosmic beam of insight, like a ton of bricks, that perhaps what I have been feeling in this fatigue might also be a fear-based programming, preventing me and delaying me from doing the work that needs to be done, from doing the important work that needs to be done. Prior to this energy shift, I have been consistent, more consistent than I've ever been in spreading light, in spreading truth, in posting on my platform, in booking guests, in researching and doing my own work. I have been more consistent than I've ever been. I have been more focused than I've ever been focused before. And then suddenly, to be so tired that I'm unmotivated to do the work that moves me. That not only moves me, but it is in my DNA, literally in my DNA, to spread light and love, and simply use my voice to talk about it, to bring others onto Uncaged Mindset, to talk about it, to share their truth, to share their love, to create that cosmic circle of light. What explanation is there for to want to be away from that? Everything about that sounds self-rejuvenating, right? Everything about what I just said, about the work that I do, does not deplete me. It re-energizes me. And so one conclusion that I have drawn is that there is a spiritual attack happening. And those of you who are awakened, those of you who are watching this and listening to this podcast, chances are you're already awakened. There is a spiritual war happening, right? And there are lots of levels and components to this spiritual war and an end goal. And oftentimes, parts of that end goal are revealed slowly, not all of it, not the entire plan, I don't believe. I think we get bits and pieces at a time. But one thing that we can all agree on in the spiritual community is that there is an agenda to keep us asleep, to keep all of us asleep, keep us from awakening, to having knowledge of truth, to prevent us from knowing that our galactic brothers and sisters have been here the entire time, have visited us before, that we are multidimensional beings, and that there is so much that we can do. I am actually feeling right now, gotta tell you, in real time. I don't think I've ever done a podcast episode where I'm just gonna leave all the edits in like this. But in real time, I'm being hit with this release, like this relief of like, I'm exhaling right now that I got that out. Because behind that, I think that there's truth. I know that there's truth. I feel very still right now to know that me hopping on spontaneously today is a way of circumventing their plans and jumping the timeline. We are ascending together, we're awakening together, and as we are on this path, there is no perfect linear path. Sometimes we do need to rest, for sure. So many of us have a different calling in this mission, depending on your starseed type, depending on your mission goal of why you're here. I learned very recently in talking to a really, really, really good friend of mine who's a spiritual mentor that I am here to descend to those dark places, to descend to the places where there's a lot of shadow work to be done, and transmute a lot of that light, transmute, and maybe hopefully bring some of those people with me out of that. But everybody has a different calling. Some of us are advocates or activists. They go out there marching and they're flag wavers, and they use their voices in such a large way, and then there are those that are just, they find themselves in the teaching profession, or they are the galactic channelers. They have that gift to bring that news to us. So yes, it's okay to be tired. I know, I feel like it's an oxymoron of how I started this video, which is like, tired, be alarmed. Tired, mic drop, what? But yes, it is okay. There's a lot of work to be done. So fatigue will set in. You've got to take time for yourself. You've got to take time to fortify your 12-dimensional shield of protection, your cosmic protection, to commune with your angelic guides, the angelic kingdom, if that is what resonates for you. Got to take that time so that you can go back out there and do the work. Remember, there are a lot of energy cords that we pick up on daily that do need to be severed and cut. Some energy cords that can't be cut, we can cleanse and clear them. And if you like, I could do a whole episode on just energetic cords, cleansing and clearing those energetic cords, ancestral bloodlines, all of that, which I think is actually a really, really important topic. Okay, great. I just got inspiration for that. But also be mindful that there is a spiritual war happening at the same time. So assess how much of your exhaustion is the regular kind, is the energetic kind, is the heavy kind, and how much of that could possibly be from those who are attempting to implant you with trickery, with separation from your highest good, from separation of your work. It's okay to take some time off, but a leave of absence is something different. Okay, let me repeat that. It's okay to take some time off, but a leave of absence is something different. Well, that hits differently, right? I'm going to leave you with that one today. If it's true, we say it 3 times. It's okay to take some time off, but a leave of absence is something different. So I hope that you found this helpful, because I feel like it's another perspective. It's another lens in looking at the work that you're doing, in looking at the communities that you're a part of, and in keeping the mission going, that you are also your soldiers out there. So part of doing the work on a daily basis, part of doing your self-care work, is to be on guard. Part of fortifying your shield on a daily basis, cleansing and clearing. And whatever your ritual is, whatever energies you call upon, however you tap into the grid to transmute that light, however you tap into the crystalline grid. You're a soldier. Okay, you're putting on your armor daily. So I wish you all my intention for all of you is constant, continuous health and protection, physical fortitude and strength, and that all of your bodies click into place. Your light body, your mental body, energy body, spiritual body, physical body click into place, and that you notice any separation that is happening between you and your mission. All right, because it is a calling for sure. All right, we need our Reiki healers out there doing the work. All right, we need our galactic channelers doing conferences, being keynote speakers. We need these spiritual communities in these spaces. We need our sound healers. We need our energy healers. We need the truth tellers. That was another one I feel like I forgot to really mention. I didn't highlight a lot on. And you know who they are. You know who they are. They are the truthers. And they're putting themselves out there for us. So if you think that you are going through a spiritual warfare, try being a truther channel. Try being a truther podcaster. Try being a truther on YouTube, who is, providing forbidden knowledge. Forbidden knowledge. They are under attack constantly, and having to fight for their center constantly. So I'm sending you love and light, you truthers out there, the whistleblowers, all of you. Okay, but in this space today, surrounding this episode with a cosmic light of protection, cosmic violet flame for anyone who chooses to receive by listening to this episode today. And yeah, I want to hear from you. If this was helpful, if you found this episode helpful, please comment below if you have been feeling fatigue lately, if you've been feeling some fear or stagnation. Now, I know that we are in a retrograde. I did not mention that at all because I did not want that to distract from the point that I was trying to make. But yes, we are in a retrograde right now. However, have you been noticing delays in your personal plans, in your personal plans as they relate to your spiritual work and the mission? Okay, well, I love you all. Love and light to all of you. Please subscribe, support this channel by giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with somebody who you feel that can use this knowledge today. And maybe this was the message that was resonating for you. If it was or it wasn't, please comment below. We are a community of light, and I want to hear from all of you. Thank you so much for listening today. And yes, that is all I want to say. Be well on your journey. I usually close with that. And yes, follow me on Uncaged Mindset on Instagram, Uncaged Mindset on YouTube, Uncaged Mindset on Facebook, and Uncaged Mindset on Twitter and TikTok. Thank you so much, everyone. With love and light, be well on your journey. Be safe. Take care.